Hello and welcome to Age of Sigmar R&D with Rob and Dale.
It's a
Uh,
hot, sweaty Tuesday.
it's a very hot day today. Uh, it gets 1 degree hotter tomorrow. Not that this
Yeah.
applies to most people around the world.
Well, I don't know. I mean, the UK's, anyone watching from the UK on repeat, they've just gone through a
I
heat dome
know.
like we had last year. So we're not having a heat dome because it's not going to get as hot at nighttime. But
No.
we're definitely getting unusual summer. As you can tell, we're a little bit more dressed down than the normal.
I don't
Rob's kind of
rock
shaved off all his head.
I don't
And
rock the cutoff
yeah.
like Dale does normally, but and I don't normally shave my beard when I get a haircut. Like I'm not good in the heat, so I just shave it off, all the time. Even
It's
in the
about
winter,
36, I think, today during the day.
it was
Uh,
yeah.
so yeah, so yeah, welcome. Hope you're doing
Welcome.
well.
Yeah. I have seen. It's been a long time since I've seen you, Dale.
Oh, I
Uh,
know. It's like weeks.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
20. Is it even 24 hours? Yeah, about 24 hours.
A little. Oh yeah, it was about 24 hours, right? Because we had to finish early.
Yeah. So we had a game yesterday, which will be going up this week probably.
Probably next week because I still have to
Okay.
do Alex and my game.
Cool.
But yeah, editing sort of issues aside, yeah, um, it's been pretty busy. But we had a great game yesterday. Actually, my game with Alex is fantastic too. It's my favorite kind of game because even though it didn't go to the end, it's extremely volatile, as was ours, right? So yeah, it's going to be.
Yeah, I've
I think
only
it'll be
played
fun to watch.
Alex once, I think, and that was we had like a little one-day fun thing not long after the Fire Slayer book came out, and he was using 6 magma drops,
Yep.
and it was the most bloody game I think I've played in a long time.
Yep.
Where I think we by the bottom of turn 5, I think it was decided on end of turn 4 or start turn 5, but I had maybe like 3 models left, and he had like a magma drop and a half left. And it was one of those games where he went maybe go first. I got all my buffs up, and then my Heart of Fury decided to pop, and then he got the extra. I think it was the extra rend. He rolled the 6 or whatever it was for his ability,
Yeah.
and then because the heart had popped, he was kind of like charged in and like destroyed a lot of stuff. Got the double. And with the magma drops, I found that it could damage them and kill them, but then the mortal wounds you take back when you make them bleed, it's just ridiculous.
You die
So
too.
like, and my like avatars are just like hacking them to pieces and then just dying from the mortal wounds because we just didn't have that protection anymore from because it was a 6+. Yeah, it was crazy.
Um, sorry, I didn't realize that I had up my Facebook, so it was beeping. I'm sorry to everyone.
Oh,
Yeah. I think right before that tournament that you're describing,
yeah.
Alex brought 6 Magmadroths on the channel against Rob Taunts, and Rob Taunts brought 3 Great Unclean Ones with the new book, but he went through them like nothing.
Oh
It
yeah,
was
yeah,
the most decisive battle we've ever had on the channel.
yeah.
It was crazy. Uh, the next one maybe being when Andy shot me off the channel off the board with with his Tempest Eye. That double turn, man. What are you gonna do?
Yeah. Yeah.
So we have a couple of things to discuss today. It'll be a little shorter than usual because
It's
there's
hot.
there's not as much. Yeah, well, that too, I guess.
It's
Yeah,
hot, and I'm going on holiday.
yeah, exactly. That too. That too. So I guess the first thing that we'll kind of talk about is uh, the rumor engine. Even though it's written right there. Oh, you can't see it on the screen, thankfully, but in actuality, like on my screen, I can see it, right? So it's we're lucky. Oh yeah, actually, do you want to talk about your drink first?
I've just opened it. I got this because I like the can.
I
It's
mean,
Don't Poke the Bear. It's an Ontario craft cider. It's all right. It's just an apple cider. It's not too tart
cool.
and not too sweet. It's kind of just like drinking apples.
It's your summer of cider.
Yeah, but I just like it's because I don't know if you can see this, but the bear has an eye patch on as
Yes,
well.
and I approve.
Yeah. So it's literally child marketing where it's like, oh, that looks cool. I'm gonna have that.
You know what though? It works, and like it should be lauded. Like really, like I started. Actually, no. I guess my brother technically started me on it, but my brother got into Driftwood Brewery
Mhm.
because they have these fantastic art on their beers, and they're so creative. And then we tried them because of that, and it turns out they have an amazing taste as well. So I get it. I think it's great, but but
Sometimes it's cool to play balls as well.
it's true. To go back to the rumor engine though,
Yes. So the halberd top thing were very serrated.
very
Yeah, it's a
serrated.
different one.
So I've got a
It's got a
prop.
little. It's got a little tufty bit. What is it like the tail kind of thing that you get on some Lumineth Ramlord models? Yeah, yeah. That's a bit like Skaven there.
It's not entirely different. So now the smart money is still probably on like Slaves to Darkness or something. But I'm going to guess Skaven anyway because that's just like if I
I
get,
still think we were discussing it before the show. It could be also remember how the last one with
Yeah.
the mace bit at the end and with the weird hand.
it could be the other
could
end.
very well.
That would be
yeah, could
cool.
Very well.
That would
Especially
be
if you
really
look at
cool.
the way it's kind of like it might be supposed to be swishing because of the direction of the dongle.
Heck yeah, you get the
I don't know what
dongle.
it's called. What is it called with those little
The tassel.
tassels? Okay.
Yeah, I know that from my stripping days.
I was about to say it's like,
um, and the only thing that I know of is a dongle are like those things that you have to put into like computers.
Sure.
Yeah, but I like dongle, so let's go with Dongle Dale.
We got dongle. Get a dongle.
That could be your nickname, Dongle Dale.
Dongle.
It's
Dongle Dale.
It alliterates really well.
Dougal. Dongle Dougal.
Oh, and we just discovered that my brother and your father have the same name as well.
Yeah, the other day you like tag something on Facebook. It's like, oh, you're Johnson. I'm like, hang on a minute.
Our kids could never get married. It's just too sketch.
Oh, I don't know. It's the same.
No, I know. I'm just kidding, but but all the same. So,
Is it a bad echo, Matthias, or is it
is there an echo?
a doable echo?
Here, maybe. One second.
I'm using the headphones I've worn before, so this should be okay. I can always turn them on and off again and see if that works.
I will.
Oh, let me check my microphone.
Thanks for telling us, Matthias. Appreciate it. So, one second. I'm going to. Oh, that fixed it apparently. Apparently, we're good.
Okay, cool. Maybe it's I don't know. Maybe I poked it. Yay! Hey, Mason. And hey, Matthias. Oh, he said his name. He said
Yo.
Matthias on the channel.
Nice.
Tricked me.
Washington. Nice. I don't know what it's like down there this summer.
They've got the same weather as us.
The same weather as us? Nice. Like, it's
Yeah.
been such a great summer. Oh, I love it. Overall, once we get past this week, hopefully it'll be... Yes, storm vermin, right? Am I right?
I mean, it could be. I mean, have we had any new storm vermin for Warcry yet?
No. Like, there were
Okay.
some, like, clan ratty looking guys.
Because remember when the
Oh,
Daughter of Cain...
Warcry! That would be so
Yeah.
sick.
Because when the Daughter of Cain book set came out, we got the first one. Sorry, we got the Canary. Sorry, not the Canary. The Shadowstalkers.
Were they
Warcry.
Warcry or were they Underworlds?
No, the Underworlds one was the new version of them that came out, which is like a 3-man kill team.
Yeah.
So in the last book we got Shadowstalkers, and they were Warcry. And then in the new book, a year later, because that's the way it goes, we got an Warcry, not Warcry, Underworlds, I think, or was it Warcry? Let me look. We've had two.
The
anyway.
most recent one.
Shadowstalkers were
The most
definitely
recent one with
Warcry.
Skaven was definitely Underworlds.
Yeah.
But I didn't pay enough attention to Dark Elf, Daughters of Cain, Warcry.
Oh, it's because I'm getting them from Matthias. It was from the Nethermaze box set.
No, I know that's the second one, but I don't know what the
Yeah.
first one was from.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah.
Just Warcry.
in
Oh, okay.
Warcraft. Yeah, I definitely remember the Shadow Stalkers from
Oh
Warcraft.
man.
So who knows? So you've had the opposite. You've just had a Skaven
Oh.
release in Warcry.
You know
Maybe we're
what
gonna
though?
get
That would
Tyrion.
make some sense because they're like getting rid of all the Stormvermin with that box set.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean a special Warcry warband. Like what if it's how about this? It's some kind of um Skaven like hero, like a special claw lord, and then with it is his like elite guard of Stormvermin.
Yeah, could be.
Like they used to have the council guard that were all white. Uh,
What do you reckon? Four Storm Vermin and then a hero kind of Storm
yeah,
Vermin? Yeah.
yeah, and
Could be
like
interesting. I mean, we haven't seen a Skaven Warcry band apart from maybe like a re-release of old models.
yeah, it was
I'm
it
not
was
even sure.
there was a Warcry box was the only release, and it was the old stupid Rat Ogre kit with a box of clan rats, and I think that was it. And I mean, its saving grace was it was like not much more than just a box of clan rats, but I didn't buy it because I can't stand those what do you call it, rat ogre sculpts. I think they look like
Eh?
action figures. But if we do get like a unit of like elite storm vermin, like do you know the tale of how the storm vermin? There's actually all sorts of different tales behind it, but do you know why their fur is white? At least in like the novels and whatnot.
Is that because they've been hiding underground so long?
No, 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 because like
What?
most storm vermin have black fur and they're bigger
Okay.
and kind of better than the average Skaven. But then the white storm vermin are like the most loyal Skaven out there. And the reason is because the Council of 13 would take them in and they would show them such horrible things that their fur would turn white. And they're just like, anything is better than that. So
I thought this get them hooked on meth or something.
nice. Yeah, I mean, like
Here, have some oxtail.
I've heard like I've also heard of experimentation and whatnot, but like I don't. I think in the Thanquil novel they mentioned that they get shown something so awful that their
Oh,
fur
cool.
turns
Okay.
white. So it's I don't know. I just love that. Yeah, but so I'd have to paint them with white fur. To keep
And they are
them.
doing like a push on Warcry right now with the new box set that's come out, and
Exactly.
yeah.
I,
I mean, I know this rumor is probably going to be a couple of months away, but I mean, it could be, Christmas box sets for all the different games.
that would be cool. Like
Because we're nearly in August,
yeah, albino
and we were talking about this yesterday, and we have not had the Zinch Lumineth Realm Lords
No.
box set yet. So that means we're probably looking at mid-August before that's out.
Yeah.
So it's probably going to be mid-September before the books are out.
But that's still technically Summerdale.
Yeah, I know, which means we're not going to get our Gits book until like October
It's
or
true.
November.
But I need that time to paint.
Yes, yes. Because why do you need that time to pick, Rob? What did you pick up recently?
Well, I did. I think I said in the last stream that I picked up 1,600 points of spiders for criminally cheap. But I've become obsessed with Gits. Like
we had a game yesterday with kids, and he was literally fawning over my Gits
I
the whole
was.
game. And
I was.
And
Oh,
like,
and you
just
know
kept
what's
quoting it at them.
you know what sucks is that Underworld. So you told me you bought your Madcap Shaman was just the guy from Underworlds, right?
Yeah, I was just using Zarbag.
So I looked him up,
But just got the
and
Madcap
he's
Shaman.
not there anymore. You can't buy him anymore.
Oh.
So that sucks. But I don't really know what to do about it. Ooh. Krogars, Kragnos Ogres. Yeah. Well, so that's what it has to be, right? Because Ogres and Gits are the only two books that don't have a White Dwarf supplement.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it doesn't have to be. Like, it's GW, so every time you think they're going to zig, they zag. But that would be logical. I wouldn't fault anyone for being wrong on this side of the coin.
It's also like didn't the Sons of Behemoth come up last year?
I know,
Or was it the year
2020, I think.
Was it 20? Okay. It's
Ale-
still
Alex
a
will
lot
know. I don't
newer
know if
than the
he's in the
Gits
ch-
book.
What's that?
It's still a lot newer than the Gits book.
Yeah, the Gits book came out the winter after AoS 2. So, and also Like,
I would forgive them
yeah,
if it was Sons and Ogres, if the Gits got like a release like Slaves to Darkness seemed to be getting.
yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, totally. Well, but the thing is, though, is Gits had that in 2019,
Mhm.
so that would be crazy. But um, really, so Mason Herd, it's Gits Sons of Behemat. But then
Oh, that'd be interesting.
where's the ogre update? I mean, I guess it could come like tomorrow. Like, oh, okay, well,
Yeah. Ogres also didn't they get an update with KO a year or two ago? I know it's not for
oh,
3.0,
they
but
came out with Ossiarch Bone Reapers,
okay.
and they got one tyrant model,
Yeah.
the ogre tyrant, and I think that's
Because
it.
OBR haven't had obviously an update yet, and they kind of are a
Well,
bit in need of
no,
something.
yeah, they haven't, but they're not coming anytime soon, obviously.
Well, no, I mean, saying that, they could easily come early next year. I mean, I said we're about to hit August.
They
We
should
already
come
know
next
what's
year.
coming out
Yeah,
technically, apart from confirming which of the destruction
but
books it is.
but like
But
OBR though, they got like a brand new entire army
yeah,
when ogres got one model.
yeah, but then 3.0 came out with all the cool command abilities and stuff.
Yeah,
And kind of like, oh,
yeah,
okay. So
that
you don't
was
get to play with any of this. You have your own little crappy things.
Mason's 100% right though. Flesh Eater Courts need it
Oh yeah, yeah. I
so
would love a
bad.
new flag. I
Yeah,
really like Fleshes of Court actually, and they're one of the death armies I would
you were gonna
be
go into
interested in.
Flesh Eater Courts and then you zagged and you got
Yeah,
Gits, and I actually got into Flesh Eater Courts. And if Darren's watching this, I did look for a zombie dragon head, but I haven't found it yet. But I know I have them because I have a Terrorgeist that I built, and I don't throw out my bits. But
as
I
Matthias said, the OBR still have a rumored archer unit that could easily
yes,
be an Underworlds or a Warcry
it
box
could
set,
be.
and then it'd be a separate
Yeah,
little unit.
that's true.
Because the Warcry one seemed to be like the better options for being played than the Underworlds mostly. A
Yeah,
lot of the time, the Underworlds ones people use the models for
they're just
heroes or replacement
proxies.
characters. Yeah, but
Honestly,
the
I truly believe. No offense to anyone who likes the game. From what I understand, it's a great game. I did play it for a little bit, but when you're into wargaming proper, it's kind of hard to, you know what I mean? Like it just doesn't scratch that itch if you're really into
I
wargaming.
got my friend got me into Underworlds, and I've played maybe like 10 games, but for me, it takes away from Age of Sigma.
Yeah,
I
exactly,
can only have time for one or the other.
exactly, and that's what I mean. But I actually, and I think the game deserves to stick around for as
Yeah,
long as whatever. Like I'm not against it or anything. I'm not saying anything like that. But I don't think it still would be around if it weren't for the fact that everyone was proxying.
yeah.
But like, hey,
Because the
like
models are great. Like some
they're
of the
so
models
great.
that
Well, I mean,
are really clean.
dude, name a bad model that GW has made in the last like 3 years. Like, name a truly horrendously bad model. Like, I can't think of anything that I even really dislike or
I don't know.
disrespect.
I think the Kron Spine's a bit of a crappy model when you look at it in comparison to it's like a very like if you look at the Bloodrack Viper, and it's a very similar like sculpt design.
I mean, yeah, they definitely tend to reuse CAD files, but like,
Mhm.
I,
Yeah, we noticed that yesterday with the purple sun and the mushroom face.
yeah, it's in the battle report, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, you point out like,
It's
oh,
like,
these
hang on
skulls
a
look kind of
second.
similar, and I was
This
like,
looks like
look,
this just slightly.
took the CAD file and just stretched it out a bit.
That new Forge World Bloodthirster is not my favorite. Is that the one?
That's Kabunda,
Yeah.
unless you mean Angron.
Oh, Angron.
No, I
He's,
think he
he's
means Kabunda because Kabunda is
okay.
actually from Forge World, whereas Angron's going to be plastic. But Angron is basically a bloodthirster with dreadlocks.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I I love them both if I'm being honest. But corn's not really my jam.
We need
So
more crabs.
yes, we
We
need
need
more
more stickers.
Crabnos. I
Yeah,
think we can all agree on that.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, and I actually really liked Warcry. One of the main problems with Warcry for me were the symbols. I hate, I hate,
Mm,
I loathe those stupid symbols because it's like, okay, I have to like when you're first getting into the game, you gotta like look it up on a chart. You know what I mean? It's like, no, just just print them in multiple languages. Like if you think about like, and I'm not like a fervent like environmentalist or anything like that, but if you think about the fact that like in every box of Warcry you get like, you know what I mean, you get like instructions in every language and whatever. Like just I don't know. I know it saves them money, but like, ugh.
It's interesting with
so
the new
much
Warcry that they're actually making the terrain have more effect in the game now.
I'm super down for that.
I don't remember if it did before, but I don't remember it being as focused on as much.
It, I believe when you draw a card and then it's like the map, like or like not the terrain. Sometimes it was terrain, but like it was like map rules. So you draw a card and it'll be like you can only shoot people if they're within 12 inches, or you move half the distance unless you can fly, or something like that. And they were too far-reaching with that. I want to like for my own personal taste, but I do wish they would, make fun rules.
Yeah.
Like the trees are supposed to eat you. So, hey, like that's cool to me, and we don't know what the price is as of when this video is going up. So, I mean, I'm interested in that box for the terrain. But I don't know if I can afford it, because like they've been kind of crazy. Like Thondia was like 270 Canadian, yeah. And Rob Taunts stopped by and he was telling me that what was it? Another box was 270 as well. I can't remember if it was Kill Team. Oh no, it was the War. Sorry, I remember now. It was the Warcry one with the magma mining facility. You know what I mean? It was like, yeah, anyway, it was the All Points box set, and it was pretty cool looking terrain. Not my jam, because I'm not super, what do you call it, like Slaves to Darkness, that kind of thing. But it was really creative.
Slaves to Darkness,
that's what Slaves to Darkness players do, right? Back me up, Eric, if you're watching this. Back me up. That's what I do for everything. I'm just like, yeah, if you're just like super bleh into this.
So you think this Halberd thing is going to be a Skaven set?
Well, I tend to wishful think, Dale. So even though there's no blood groove in the regular Storm Vermin kit. See, that has like a fuller in the middle of it. But it's a new sculpt, and they also don't have tassels on here. But it looks very, like, it does look chaosy with the saw, what do you call it, the serrated blade on it.
Yeah.
But I feel like they're not into tassels so much in Chaos.
Well, Slanesh might be into tassels.
Oh, there you go. Huh. Maybe it's
we're going to get a new Slanesh book at some point.
Yeah.
So
yeah, absolutely.
Because we've had Maggot King, and we've had we're having Zinch soon, so we've still got Blades of Corn and Slanesh.
Yep. I
don't know. I think Slanesh need another nerf. They seem to be winning too many tournaments again.
That's fine. It's fine. I mean, like any army can win a tournament. Like most people will not disagree that there's a few armies that are like absolutely bottom tier, and we've still seen them win. Like we've seen.
I can't remember the last time I saw an OBR army top.
You know what though?
Top 3 the other day at the Summer Slaughter. I don't think they did.
Ooh, he's right. The Vermin Lord's Glaive does have a tassel. But it's also got like a cool curve to it. That's interesting. We don't have. There's 2 Vermin Lords we don't have. We don't have a Scryer one, and we don't have a Molder one. But that looks like more plain Jane. Well, I wonder if it was like it could be like a Vermin Lord guard. Storm Vermin guard. I mean, I just want to make it Skaven, if we're being honest, obviously. But I'd be down for any of that if it's Skaven. Like, if it's Skaven, I'm just going to buy it. Like, I bought the Underworld's Warband. Like, there's no good use other than proxy for the first one that came out. The new one is actually awesome. It's one of the stronger units in the Skaven book, which is super fun.
Do you agree with that, Matthias? Do you think that's a good unit? You're still there?
I don't think. I mean, Matthias. I don't know if Matthias plays them or not. I haven't been paying attention to his list. Matthias is real. Actually, maybe he doesn't want me to tell his list because Matthias.
Oh, is he being sneaky? Is he?
Yeah. The Warp Seer is kind of Scryer, but he's meant to be Master Clan. So he has the Master Clan keyword. He's supposed to be like a Grey Seer kind of thing. But I'd be super down for that. He just got back out. He said, Matthias asked what happening. Well, so Dale was asking. Oh, okay. Dale was, I don't remember your list, to be fair, but Dale was asking.
We were wondering if you've looked at and if you think the Underworld group, Skaven group is good for the new
Skittershanks Warband is a good. I was saying that it is a good unit in the Skaven book. I think it's one of the better ones, but I know we've talked about Molder and we've talked about Pestilence, but I don't remember us talking about Skittershank. He's interesting, he says. Okay, fair. Yeah. I mean, I think he has a lot of play, but against you, he pretty much just died. Because of your fight when you die mechanic.
Oh no, I shot him.
Because
he got away, remember? The unit died.
He slinked away. Oh, did you shoot him?
I just shot him.
What did you shoot him with?
Bow snakes.
Yeah.
It was like 2 units of 5 or like 8 of them all together. I redirected fire.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I shot him when he was away because I was like, no, I'm not dealing with him.
That's fair. A double-edged.
Because he didn't have his unit, so.
Yeah. Matisse has a double-edged blade because they can blow up really fast. They really can, and they're kind of expensive, but some value. Yeah, that's a good. I think it's a good call. But I mean, he's better. I don't think anyone argues that he's not better than the Deathmaster. Although the thing about the Deathmaster is you could give him a Gnaw Bomb, so teleport him in somewhere, throws a Gnaw Bomb down, and then everyone can teleport in. But yeah,
can he have the Brass Orb?
No, Brass Orb is Scryer only. The thing about the Brass Orb is really cool, but you have to be within 6 inches, and there's no way of teleporting within 6 inches. And so, I mean, yeah, and I guess the only thing that you could do is do what's his name? Oh, I guess yeah.
Can you do the Lurchian, the bow?
Lanchon, yeah, I was gonna say.
Row.
Yeah.
Row your boat up and throw a brass bullet on Rafi.
Oh, Brass Orb is start of hero. Dang.
Oh, okay.
So, like, what do you even do with it? Like, I don't know. I think it's way too risky, personally. But Slink, Deceiver, and Tank Rolls on his hoverboard with Rat Ogre Surprise. I mean, I love all that stuff. So, yes, please. Yeah, I'll happily. I could honestly, like, other than pure Pestilence, I can't go with quite that far. Like, I've had a long time minor dislike of Pestilence, and it's because, and I used to like Nurgle too when I was younger, but I got really sick when I was about 25, and so, like, really, really sick, right? And so I don't mean like I got the flu and it was bad. I mean like I almost died. so like disease and that kind of stuff isn't super funny to me anymore. But
that's a shame, because speaking of disease, did you see
But before I forget,
okay.
So, but I love Skaven so much that it's brought me like way far back into kind of liking it again. But what were you gonna say before you forget?
Oh, so today they released because coming soon for Total War Warhammer 3 is the Immortal Empires, where all the races. It's what everyone's been waiting for that plays Total War. Is all the races on one map, just mass carnage.
Totally.
But they released one of the new Chaos Lords today.
The Nurgle one, yeah, Festus.
Yeah,
that's so cool.
Which I love, like Festus in the fantasy in the end times.
Yeah.
When he's just like the little stories, the voice acting stories I had, where he's just got this like happy music in the background. And he's got his little like monsters growing and stuff because he just loves life. Yeah,
was he in the end times novels?
I think so, because I remember he was in an audiobook I listened to.
I didn't listen to the audiobooks. I
Yeah,
read those books, so there was no music that I didn't make up in my own head.
yeah. There's a whole
Um,
like music thing, and he's got like this happy kind of like he's always singing kind of thing and stuff.
I can't remember who wrote. I don't think it was
Happy,
C.L. Werner,
insane,
but whoever
chaos character.
wrote Shadow of the Horned Rat, the Skaven mostly themed. There's a lot of dwarf and stuff in there too, but whoever wrote that did Queek Headtaker, mwah, chef's kiss. Like the voices that he hears, and he plays it like you don't know if he's actually like if the voices are real or not, because like there's at points, and I don't remember exactly what it was, but where he'll be like looked away, he was looking at something, and then his who's his number one guy? Oh dang it, I know it. He's got like a really big storm vermin dude who's his like number one guy, and he'll
Oh,
like
Frankel and Gold Ripper.
no, it's Queek Headtaker, and
Oh, he's the one as well.
what he's completely insane, and he cuts off the heads and he puts the skulls of defeated opponents on his back on these spikes, right? And he hears their voices.
Yeah.
But throughout the novel, you don't know if the voices are real or not because, like, he seems to be told things that he shouldn't be able to know.
Yeah.
And I love the ambiguity that they wrote that novel with because you just never know. Like, is there some kind of magic going on, or he's just
Didn't
insane
he
and
have
lucky?
the help was it Queek who had the fell blade at the end? I can't remember.
Um, well, I don't know. I mean, I guess spoilers don't really matter because everyone knows at the end, everyone dies. Queek gets killed by Grudge Taker on the throne. What's his name? The dwarf guy on the throne. And then
Fongren?
strong, yeah, something like that. I don't know dwarves very well. I'm Skaven. I'm just like it's a dwarf name. It's fine. And then the king goes into like his like hall in his cave or something like that at the end, and then Deathmaster Snitch like comes down off the ceiling and just stabs him 3 times and then skitters away. It's so badass. And I mean I love Queek in that book, but
Yeah.
rip Queek.
Yeah, because he was actually like a combat-y kind of Skaven as well, which was quite unusual because they're always usually.
Yeah, he's super fast and he's just like spinning through. Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. He had the warp shard armor,
Okay.
and when you hit it, it was made out of warp stone. So if you hit him, he could reflect damage into you. Thorgrim Grudgebearer, thank you.
Yeah.
On his toilet seat.
Yeah.
Yeah. On his what do you call those things?
No lots of dwarves.
Yeah.
Throne of Power, wasn't it?
Well, no, I was gonna call it as like his mobility scooter or whatever. You know. I used to. Oh, never mind. That's a story for off air. But...
Well, there's two. There was the Anvil of Doom, was the big anvil that the Rune Priest guy used to stand on, and then there was also the throne as well.
Right. Well, and back in the day, you could have people like you could do both. You could have like you could be like, this is so and so, like who am I thinking of? Oh shoot, there's a really famous character, and you could have him on horse or on like dragon.
Oh, Voltan? Oh no, not Voltan.
No, I can't remember.
Voltan was on a horse and on foot, not dragon.
Oh yeah, well like there was like that's what I mean though. There's characters that you could have on foot or on horse. You know what I mean? It was a little bit more. Yeah, the Anvil of Doom was cool, but what was? Oh yeah. If he gets too cheap, yeah, that's true. He's talking about Slink Skittershank. If they lower his points too much, then it's just like you just put him in every list, and it's like he'd probably make his points back because if he's
you mean like Prawnspine just in every list.
Yeah, I mean, dang, dude, dang.
Yeah. So you played against him. We won't tell you what the result of the game was, but basically Prawnspine absorbed two rounds of your solar point shooting, which was like 2 solar beam Bastillodons with 2 stegs and.
Oh, the Deathmaster. Oh, I'm sorry. So the thing about the Deathmaster is, I do think he's way too many points right now. Like, you know, like I don't know. Like I don't like him right now. He doesn't have fight first like Slink does. You know what I mean? He doesn't have any of the cool rules. Jump in. I mean, he can pop out, but I don't know. Yeah, I tried him and I did not get my values worth at all out of him. But the model is my favorite Skaven model. Ooh, I don't know. I love. If I had to name like top picks, it would be the Deathmaster, Screaming Bell, Thanquol, but he's a centerpiece. I mean, so is the Screaming Bell, but and the Vermin Lord, I guess, right now.
Well, I mean, you still have an FAQ to come. You never know; it may go down in the FAQ.
Do
But
they do that? I don't think they do that quickly. I don't think they go down. The only thing I can remember of them going up though that quickly was the dragons, but they were.
true. I'm just trying to think of the Dollar Arcane one. I don't think anything changed.
Yeah, I don't think they do points that quickly, but hopefully it won't be too long. The +2 pass mortals off on the Warbringer. I mean, yeah. So I'm building and painting the Warbringer right now. He's the two. He's a 2+ on. Isn't it on? Wait, is it on everything? Is it on all? Is it on Clan Rats too? Because that's pretty awesome if that's the case. I didn't remember that. I know that that Master Clan can do it on 3s on Clan Rats, and I think everyone can do it on Storm Vermin on a 2+, because they're bodyguards essentially. But anyway, just Storm Vermin. Oh, okay, fair enough. Yeah, I mean it keeps them around, so that's not a bad thing. Claw Lords plus Dreaded Death Frenzy. Yeah, I mean, because you get more attacks. So flaming OP was saying because you can put Death Frenzy down, and the Claw Lords still function like they used to in AoS 2. Whereas the more wounds they take, they get more attacks. So when he dies, he's +5 attacks because he's taken 5 wounds, right? So on death, he's just like a rabid dog going crazy and mauling things. But
how many points are they for a Claw?
I want to say 105. I haven't been putting him in lately and I have them painted, but just I've been kind of steering away from too much Verminous stuff because I have a lot of fun with some of the other stuff. Yeah, but Clawlord as a missile it's interesting, and you could give him something, but then you're wasting an artifact. It kind of feels like I'd rather put my artifact on the Warbringer.
Yeah, but can you not cheaply get 6 heroes and then have two artifacts? Well, 3 artifacts still.
You can, right? Like you could have 2 Claw Lords and that's nothing, right? Or Pestilence. You could have I mean, you kind of want Pestilence priests anyway. And then, oh, so you mean like get 2 artifacts?
Yeah, because you get 1 standard and you get double Warlord for 2 more.
Interesting. Yeah, 2 Pestilent priests, 2 Claw Lords. Yeah, and then if you take the Warbringer,
it's cheap enough. Yeah.
Well, if you take the Warbringer and like something else, like a Grey Seer or whatever, you could do Death Frenzy on one thing, and then you could do Dreaded Death Frenzy from the Warbringer. And then you could have up to 4 things fighting when they die. So, or yeah, 4 things. I can't remember. I haven't gotten a chance to play with him yet, so I haven't memorized the scroll very well. But
generic comment for the algorithm. Thank you.
Thank you.
What's the difference between Death Frenzy and Dreaded Death Frenzy?
Dreaded Death Frenzy, from memory, and it might have changed. So because Death Frenzy used to be on a Verminous unit. Now I think it's on. I can't remember if it's just on a Skaven unit or not. And then Dreaded Death Frenzy is D3 units.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Actually, I could look it up right now, just so I'm not getting it wrong.
But is Dreaded Death Frenzy only from like a certain type of hero
it's only the Vermin Lord Warbringer. Any
Yeah.
spell that's Dreaded X is from it's the Vermin Lord's own thing. Oh, Dreaded. That's right. Okay, that's what I thought it was, but I didn't want to say it and get it wrong. So Death Frenzy is non-hero Skaven.
Okay.
Death Frenzy can include heroes as well. So
so it's like a basic Persian and then an empowered version kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
right?
That's cool. Well, that's interesting.
So yeah, like Skitter Leap is Deep Strike 9 inches away, and Dreaded Skitter Leap is Deep Strike 6 inches away. So yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff in there. I wish that the Warp Seers thing was a little bit. It's just got worse. I'm just like, but why? Anyway, I'll steer away from that.
Yes, that's why you need to do a Skaven review now.
I mean,
talk about
really, like, yeah.
Get Matthias on, and the two of you can talk.
Yeah, Matthias, do you want to do one? Let me know. Matthias Matthias, as we said a couple of episodes ago, he won the U.S. Open in Seattle. So, and he did it with not his own army. He did it with a borrowed army. The kid's good. What can you say, right? And so now he's playing his real army, which is Skaven. I mean, he has several. He used to have Khorne, and he has OBR as well, but he's still workshopping his stuff. Okay, but yeah, I mean, me too. Like, you can kind of. Because I have to play different armies because I'm picking battle reports.
You should have a Skaven Civil War, and then do a review of Skaven.
Well, we did that, but we made a gentleman's agreement that neither person could pick Thanquol because we were making it more story based. But yeah, I'm down. I'd be down for that. I could run like Scryer, or yeah, I could do Scryer and Eshin, and he could. Or I don't know.
You can have both have Thanquol and just it's his evil twin brother Jeff.
Jeff
Gold.
Jeff on Bone Ripper. Yeah, maybe. I don't remember. Yeah, we'll work it out. We'll work it out, Mr. Crushel. I don't know if I'm pronouncing your last name right. I don't think I've ever said it out loud before. I just put it in the credits. Jeff and Big Jeff.
Yeah. Just because it's the Thanquol rules doesn't mean it has to be Thanquol.
He better be on the right base size though, because Big Jeff better not be on a 120 oval or whatever.
130 round.
Yeah, 130 round.
Stick him on the ground.
I don't know if that's good or not. Yeah, it used to be like so. He had he's on what people call the surfboard, which is like the 92 by whatever oval or something. And but he used to come. Wait, he came with the 92 oval, but then sometimes he came with the 110, the Tree Lord base, and that oval. And so no one knew what to base him on. And I just put him back, because he used to come with a square base. Actually, he still does. And so I put him on a 120 oval because that's just what I was told he would probably be on when we got official base sizes. Then he wasn't, so I had to rebase him to what he came with at the time, which was a 110. And then they came out with the official base size, so I had to rebase that dude 3 times. But luckily it just got smaller, so I just cut the base down, and I cut the base down. So yeah. My Thanquol will be just Jeff.
Just Jeff.
Yeah.
Not even Jeff, just Jeff.
I was trying to say it like Nadia says it on What We Do in the Shadows. Jeff. She says it with such disdain. I love it. Yeah. Her beloved Gregor. But now that I've digressed completely into nonsense.
Contrast paints.
Contrast paints.
The other thing you want to talk about today.
So we both had a chance to use contrast paints.
Yeah, the new ones.
The new ones, yeah. So okay, so actually, I was gonna try and get something ready. So you've opened them. You've used them, right?
Yeah, because I used them on the.
On the mushrooms.
Because I did my Gloomspite Git's endless spells.
So before we move on fully,
Yeah.
someone asked if did I put a lot of detail into the base. Yeah, I mean, I didn't go. Luckily, because I was putting on what's it called, Vallejo Stillwater, which I don't recommend anyone ever uses ever because it turns white, it frosts over, and you can fix it. You can fix it by putting on gloss, like a lot of gloss varnish on it. But like, who wants to do that? You know, and it shrinks so much, it's just not worth the hassle. So I did put a decent amount. Like I have some green crystals and whatnot for, you know, and then I had to like hack a couple of them off and re-glue them on or whatever. I don't remember everything. It's been several years now since his base size changed with the new book. But before I forget, so I've opened up 3 of these bottles now for the new contrast paints. Okay. And every single time, no, the new paints are great. I'm not dogging them, but every paint I've opened up, you know how there's like a little like thing around the bottom here.
Yeah.
So there's the cap, and then there's this thing here, right?
Yeah.
All 3 of them have popped off.
Yeah, I've not had that with any of them.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, and I've opened 5 for 5 of the ones I got.
Really?
Yeah.
Should I open one right now and see if it happens? So this is Frostheart, and wait, can you see that it's unopened?
I can see the back. Turn it away.
No, but you can see.
Oh, you can see the color.
You can see the lines too, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do this.
Give it a good shake.
Yeah, should I? Well, I mean, that'll just mean that the stuff that goes on my shirt will look better. It'll be more consistent.
Gar Hackers Sewer is good. Okay. Yeah. Hi, Alex.
I think I got that one. Yo, Alex, how's it going, man? Oh, good. I'm good. It didn't pop off.
So I wonder maybe if you like.
I wasn't lying though. It really did happen.
Drop them or bash them, or maybe it was a bad batch. Or
It was literally like 3 in a row.
Peculiar.
Yeah, I don't know. And they're different colors, obviously. I didn't buy a bunch of the same color.
Yeah.
Did I get Sewer? I got Rattling Grime. Not.
Oh, what's opening it?
Oh, I did get. I call it Garage's Sewer because I have no idea what that word is supposed to be.
Yeah, did you peel it back gently and carefully like a
I did.
embrace?
Yeah,
Or
I
did
did.
you just like manhandle it?
Here's a life hack for everyone, actually. So back when I first started, I was just using.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Alex had one pop off
Yeah.
too. Okay, so he's like a monkey, like a rat ogre. Excuse me,
I think
sir. How
all these
dare
people
you?
like get them for free on Instagram live then, because not one person I saw in a review, because I watched a couple, maybe about 5 different reviews.
Yeah.
No one mentioned them pop off, so maybe they did and they've just been like told to keep shut because it's part of the NDA or something.
Maybe.
If we give you this, you can't mock it.
Yeah, I mean, I would never want to sign up for that. But wait, what was I saying?
You got monkey hands.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, oh, my life hack. That's what it was. So, back in the day, thank you. Wait, hey, monkey can just mean a gutter runner sculpt. I think that's still pretty insulting, Matthias, to compare me to the monkey dogs that are the current Skaven sculpts. Although I am older than them, so there is that. But before I forget, because I've got
your life hack.
My life hack. So if you use a lot of GW paints, I used to open them up like this, right? But when I did a lot of painting, my thumb would hurt. And I was like, why does my thumb hurt so much? And it's because I was using my thumb to like jam it open, right? To do it gently. And then my dad was visiting, rest in peace, and he bought me a bottle opener. And so you can do it super gently, super slowly, because you have leverage on it. It's fantastic. So, yeah, I've still got it. And it's broken several times, and I've had to glue the handle back together because it's old. It's kind of.
I don't think I've ever hurt myself opening a paint tub.
I didn't hurt myself, Dale, but it was like a repetitive. What do you call it? Like a repetitive.
Strangest injury.
Yeah, exactly. Like, because I was just doing this constantly, like opening up this bottle, and yeah, I'm not proud of it, okay, but
I've never actually contemplated opening one of a bottle opener, so I'll have to try it sometime though.
it's really great though because
Next time I
like,
get a new paint.
well, like sometimes like if I'm using primer, especially Vallejo, which I don't really use anymore. I mostly just use Green Stuff World, which is fantastic, and I've heard really great things about. Um, what's the one in Washington? It starts with a C. It's the Creature Caster ones, but they have their own brand.
Okay.
They apparently I've heard really good things about that theirs as well. But I've been using the Green Stuff World, and it's a twist top, so it's super easy. Love their primer, highly recommended. But when I was using Vallejo, I would open up like you have to shake it up like crazy. If you don't, it gets unusable when you get to the last like 20% of it, especially if you buy the big bottle, which I was. So I'd shake it up, and then when I open it up, it would just kind of splat out, you know. So you had to kind of like open it up near the edge of your airbrush booth or something like that. And but now if I use this little guy here, you can just pop it open with minimum force necessary. I really like it anyway. If people use it, I mean, like, what do these things cost? It's like $5 or something like that at the most, and it'll last you. But yeah,
I haven't been onto the Creature Caster website in quite a long time. There's some cool models on their homepage.
They've got some really cool models that have come out.
It's like a Witch Hunter diorama set of unit. That's
awesome. Sorry. So I made a mistake. Just to retract, it's not Creature Caster's paints. It's called Monument. I just remembered.
Okay.
And they're not. They were like affiliated. They were like selling them up here.
Oh, okay.
But they're in Washington. Creature Caster is in our province, BC, and yeah.
I actually, long time ago, I interviewed Creature Caster, the original owner or the guy who, when they first were starting doing a Kickstarter, this was back in like 2012, 2013.
Oh, okay.
Maybe 2014. Yeah, really, we met Red Wagon. We had like breakfast and a chat. It was good fun.
All the Creature Caster guys are lovely people. I haven't had the chance to meet any of the Monument people, but the Creature Caster guys, their first like video they ever did on YouTube was in Hammer Time Hobbies. Yeah, I think it's the first one.
Alex saying Pro.
Oh, Liquitex Primer. Okay, I haven't used Liquitex either. Actually, I have the Monument. Oh no, the Green Stuff World Primer, but it's super matte. And yeah.
But yeah, so I painted my 3 endless spells pretty quick, like just mostly using the new contrasts.
That's what you've been working on,
and I was using them on. I wasn't using White Scar. I was still using Wraithbone because I still have a full can. And like the colors still come out strong.
Huh.
I know they're saying it's like, oh, you have to use it with White Scar. It's like, no, Wraithbone, it's fine.
Which is brighter, White Scar or Gray Seer?
Oh, White Scar, I think.
Okay, which is brighter between?
I think White Scar is the brightest white, and then it's.
Oh, it's the bluest, I think. Right? Oh wait, isn't Wraithbone a little more yellow in there or something?
Wraithbone is very much like a bone color.
Yeah, so it's like an ivory color.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess it's still brighter though than Gray Seer. I don't know. Gray Seer isn't.
Let's have a look.
Actually, I have them. I should probably.
Gray Seer is quite dark, I think. Yeah. So Gray Seer is darker.
It's like a really light gray, I guess. Hey.
Yeah.
Huh. I didn't even know that they had a White Scar primer.
I think it's the new one. It came out with the new.
Oh, okay.
Because the idea is, they all the new kind of like versions of the contrast that they were advertising with the people. They were using the new White Scar because it is a very white spray.
It's.
But yeah, I used mine with Wraithbone. That's fine.
Awesome. Okay.
But yeah, they're good. Came out well. I mean, I didn't try. I haven't got like the new Null and Oil or anything.
I did get it, but I haven't.
Yeah, you're asking the color fake.
What's that?
He says, I like the idea of asking the colorblind guy what colors are in it. It's like, slightly gray.
Oh man, that is super funny though.
So
Yeah.
that one looks like bone. That one looks like a light gray.
Yeah.
That one's very white. That's all I know.
That's fair. I mean, you can see shades, right?
Yeah.
It's
I
just
got to Stronghold and get some spray for Lisa, and I was like, it's just like, oh, get me a flesh color. I'm like,
oh
oh
no.
flesh colors. So I had to go on the website and have a look at some different ones. We ended up getting the Army Paint Barbarian Flesh. I was like, I have no idea. There's like lots of different colors here.
That's fair. You know what you can do too is they sell scale 75 there, and I think they have the flesh set. So it's just like all the different kinds of flesh. In fact, I think it even has orc flesh or something in there. Like it's pretty dope. But yeah, or you could always ask someone for a recommendation.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good. So Lisa's painting again.
She's doing. She's kind of gotten into the hobby of. There's a whole kind of online group YouTube thing where people get the Monster High dolls and then kind of like repurpose them into different sort of things. And like you cut bits off, you heat bend them and make them more thing and stuff, and redecorate them. So she's basically she's been like collecting these Monster High dolls from value villages and stuff, getting them as dirt cheap as possible.
Wow.
And then turning them into wasteland versions of our friends.
Oh my gosh, that sounds amazing.
And they're really cool. I'll send you one over the thing. You can have a look. You might even be able to bring it up on the screen. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Just after chatting.
If you send it in Facebook, I can bring it up. But if
oh no, it won't. My computer's being.
No problem. It's fine. We can always try and show it next time as part of the hobby chat section.
Yeah, she's been doing that as a thing. Like people love it. Well, this is like a waste up. See if we can get it up. Hang on, I've got to bring the right camera up. Like a.
That is godlike.
So it's like it's like repainting the entire thing as well. So it's like different colors and better colors and stuff.
Oh, that's amazing. I did not think it was gonna look that good. If I'm being honest.
Yeah. Oh no, she's like really like Lisa's like. There's another like.
Wow.
And she like repaints the eyes and everything.
Wow.
Like she's really talented. She's done a lot of digital imaging before. See if I can find one of the other ones.
I need to get one of me in a hoodie.
So I mean, you might be able to see like the eyes on this one.
Dang.
So she painted those eyes and everything.
Wow.
And like green stuff, the goggles and stuff, and made the dress, made the costumes, the jewelry, and everything.
Wow.
So she does like a lot of work into it.
She sews too, hey?
Oh yeah. She creates costumes and stuff.
Wow.
Yeah.
My compliments to her. That looks fantastic.
Yeah, she's really good. She used to do a lot of art work, and she goes through phases of different things she likes doing.
I was trying to convince my brother to get into painting models because he's a real artist. Like he could do gouache, oils. He's a professional airbrush artist. He's one of the most famous airbrush artists in Canada, if not the most famous. He's the official airbrush artist for Monster Energy drink, and
cool.
Yeah, he's worked for NHL teams, all sorts of stuff. And he's he has an Instagram and he does like digital art now and all that.
Get him to come and spray your table.
Well,
spray.
I mean,
spray the walls in the room.
Oh yeah, what's funny is we actually got this whole house painted, after we moved in because it was whatever. It was So and I should have just got like, why didn't I just get him to paint that room black when I was at it? Like I wasn't thinking, but
I'm gonna try and get. So when we come back from our trip, I was gonna try and see if she wants to, when she's got time in the schedule, to paint a model just to see how good she is, and then it's like, here, you want to paint some more characters while you're at it? Go for it.
I mean, like even if you just hand her your centerpieces or something like that. Yeah. Well, and what I was gonna say too is like I was trying to convince my brother to paint models because like he's like, you know what I mean? Like if you can paint an actual beautiful painting and have it look like an actual person, you know what I mean? Then he could definitely he could 100% paint the crap out of models.
Did you see some of the bases that one of the, do you use the BC AoS app off the Discord often?
I wait. Oh, I no. I have to. I have to
So
mute like 90% of the Discords I'm in because
there's a guy. His username's Fluke Skywalker.
okay.
I don't know what his real name is, but he's been doing bases for his dragons, right?
Yeah.
And like,
oh, I did see that.
Like,
is he from BC?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Like, that does not do, like, my picture showing it up does not do justice.
No, but it's really,
cool
I actually saw it on Facebook.
Like, that's your bases?
Yeah.
Like, they're phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like,
I actually saw it on
as well.
Facebook.
You might see, like, the wings of the dragon. Like, we can try and put some of these up or something, but let us, like...
They're amazing.
Yeah.
If he wants to, if he's on Twitter, I'd be happy to retweet it.
I don't know if he's on Twitter. Yeah, I know he's on our Discord for the BC one, but cool. I have no idea where he's from or who he is. It's like, that's really cool. Like, I was very impressed when I saw that.
My compliments to him as well. Please pass it on. I don't know when I'm gonna. I can't check all my Discords. It's
No, I'll drop him a message and find out if he's got a Twitter and Instagram, and when he's done some, we can get them put up. But they're very
just message me.
I was really happy to see that because it's like, wow,
So is he doing all dragons?
I don't know. He's just doing a couple.
He's got some dragons though, hey.
But yeah, it was just kind of like, the level of effort going into most of my stuff is contrast with. Some flock and tuft and green stuff bases and stuff. It's like, that's really cool. That's awesome.
I mean, it's bringing me back to kind of where we started, where we were talking about Skaven and Gloomspite Gets, right? And it's funny because like Skaven just got a book, right? And I'm really enjoying it. I think even though like it's clearly like kind of a copy paste situation, like I don't think anyone would say it's not. But without new models, I don't have this feeling of just like constantly thinking about, So lately I've been thinking about goblins, Dale. And I blame you.
Maybe it's because you can they're so colorful. Well, I don't know if Skaven can be as colorful, but
I do like colorful stuff. That's true.
And the whole Skittles thing.
Well, I mean, like Skaven are permanently forever, even if they never refresh them. They're still my favorite army because I just love the flavor and everything like that. But the goblins are so creative. Like if you just look at Gobapalooza, like each one of those models is.
I wish they were better. I still have mine in a box. I just want an excuse to build them and make them because right now they're just like.
Yeah, I really want to paint those models. Like I think I'm gonna grab some just to paint them, and the only problem though the Madcap Shaman is on a 25mm base, but they're all on 32s. And so I was like, I could just use them as a Madcap Shaman, one of them.
I don't think most people in the games that we play on the stream, it's not like.
No, it's true. I mean, I guess
no one's gonna begrub you 0.5 millimeters.
I mean,
Shaman.
Yeah, it is 7mm difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess when you put it like that.
I wouldn't even notice unless you pointed it out to me. I wouldn't even know.
See, Alex will. Yeah.
That's not the correct base size. You can remove that now.
I could magnetize it. Like that's what I was thinking. I'll magnetize the bottom. And so when I want to use it as a madcap, put them on there. Right?
Put them on a pogo stick.
Yeah.
Every model. Yeah, I totally agree. Every model in the Gobbleblues has their own character in the entire Fire Slayers range. Yeah. Oh, the Fire Slayers.
I don't even know what to say. Like,
I was very I really
liked
the Slayer army in Warhammer Fantasy Battle when you had the Goblin Healer and you had giant slayers, troll slayers, and dragon slayers, because there was a difference in your big crest and how big they were. You know, troll slayers were quite weedy in comparison, and giant demon slayers and dragon slayers just looked badass. And then they brought up the fire slayer range, and it's just like none of it. Like I on paper, I really like the fire slayer idea.
So fire slayers,
I just don't like the army.
No, they're not for me. I'm just not into dwarves anymore.
I don't like the Macmadross hats as well.
I knew Alex was going to be hurt. That's and like if you like fire slayers, if they're your jam, then that's great. But so a lot of people won't remember when AoS 1 came out. They were like, okay, every sub-faction of every army is now its own army. So you couldn't even play Master Clan, for example, because they didn't even have Battle Line. It was like 4 models, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and like Pestilence was its own book, right? Pestilence, it was Skaven Clan, or Clan Pestilence was the army book, right? So Fire Slayers are still that. Like they're part of dwarves that they literally took away, made its own army, and they're the only army that I can think of left in the game that they did that to. Well, I guess Sylvaneth, but Sylvaneth they really expanded it and made it its own thing, right? But they haven't done that with Fire Slayers yet, and the problem is that like it's one of the least popular armies in the game, so
So, just a minute, I was just on Twitter.
Yeah.
Checking out something, and there is a image which is from an old Kachigan jungle fighter.
Oh, okay.
Which has literally the same halberd.
No!
Yeah, I'm sending you it over. It's a drawing. It's not an actual model, but it's exactly the same halberd head. It's also got that spiky ball bit on the base.
Yeah.
I've just sent it to you on Discord. Maybe I'll have to send
man.
That is really... I should bring it up on my screen as well.
So...
Sorry, we need to... we will get back at technological drawing sharing.
So, wait, sorry, where did you send it?
I sent it on Discord, but I'm gonna bring it up on... So this is him here.
Oh, okay.
But
that's true.
That's the spear.
Dude, you actually called it, hey?
And look at the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, you might have called this.
So someone's just posted that up saying, who is this? Lancer Chris at Taters1717.
Whoa.
And yeah, it's like another historical character making the jump to model form. So Kachigan Jungle Fighter.
So open original.
So it's a Kachigan Dueling Glaive, it's called.
Yes. Here, I'm actually going to try and bring it up right now. Katachan. Okay. So then... Okay, so now... Oh, that's...
Do you want me to tag you in a tweet on his?
Actually, I think I can do it. Sorry, guys. I can do stuff, but I'm not very fast at it.
Yeah, I've just tagged you on the post. So if you go to Twitter, it should be in your notification.
Oh, I did find it, but...
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's exactly the same. And it's even got like, if you look at the hand of the older image, it's got like a very similar buckle.
It's actually not coming up on my thing. Okay. Oh, here we go. Image. Add source. Boop. Browse.
Nice way to end up the session. It's discovering what the actual thing from the beginning of the session was.
Nice. I got it. I did it, ladies and gentlemen.
Awesome. Yeah, there you go. So look at that in comparison. Spot on.
I got to get the whole thing in here.
Yeah.
This is how the sausage gets made. So you can see.
Yeah.
You can see. I don't know if you can see on stream my mouse. Can you see it?
You need to bring it to the side a bit. Maybe put it over our faces because you're blocking the White Dwarf, the Warhammer community picture.
I don't care about blocking that. Like,
Oh, okay. Yes.
oh, I see what you're saying. No,
Yeah.
duh. Yeah, for comparison.
Yeah.
For
But
comparison.
that's definitely, and if you look at the base of it as well, it's the same spiky ball bit from last
ball bit.
week's. Yeah. Spiky ball bit. Yeah,
Wow.
it's even got the tassel. Like,
dude, you called it. That's crazy. That's crazy. I'm still saying it's a Skaven though, because ride or die. But
I will be very interested to see what sort of pose it's going to be in then, if that's the kind of way it's holding it.
Yo, it actually has the, like, what's it called? The hilt of the halberd on there too, with the rivets in there.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
But they've done a great job of converting that over then.
How do people figure these things out?
Might have just been looking through old artwork or got a heads up, or
I mean, some people must be just so into the artwork and like whatever. I was like, obviously, like this is AOS. Like, oh, we're super lucky. We got, 3 AOS ones in a row, and 2 of them are the same thing, and they're both from 40K. Like, couldn't be more wrong. Like, dang, wow, he's cool though. I mean, Catachan are definitely, or however they're pronounced, are definitely the, what's it called?
no, as I said before, they were one of the first kind of units I brought by myself when I sold my rugby ticket to go get some models. It was a box of old Metal Glow Catachan Jungle Fighters.
Oh man.
I was super into Imperial Guard until I realized how many Imperial Guard I needed for an army. And I was just like, no, I can't do this. I cannot, as a young lad.
That was me and Skaven. Like I never ended up with enough to play a proper game because there weren't even plastic clan rats back then. So yeah,
that's why I do squigs, because I can't be beating that many gates.
Yeah, well, yes,
so many.
And yeah. So that's the thing too. Like I do want to have some goblins, right? But squigs have so much more character.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think I'm
angry
just
little pit bulls.
What's that?
Two-legged angry pit bulls.
Yeah, that dude. You know what? It reminds me of a Billy Connolly bit. He used to talk about pit bulls, right? And he used to say they're just an arsehole with teeth, right? and I was like, that's basically squigs.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a tail. You know? So, oh man, yeah. And I may or may not be picking up a squig Gaba, the artillery piece that spits little squigs or regular squigs. It's so much fun. Like the whole range has so much flavor. The thing that has the least flavor are like just the regular goblins. But you were telling me that they haven't been updated.
No, yeah, the actual goblins that you get for Boonspike Gates are just the ones from that
whatever
Dwarf and Goblin box set from a long time ago. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so crazy to me. That they
well,
haven't...
I mean, if you think about it, Daughters of Cain, the Witch Elves and the Sisters of Slaughter and the Cauldron of Blood are all back from...
But that was like, what, 7th edition?
Yeah. But still, like, over 10 years now or whatever, because...
That's true. I didn't think about that. But the Goblin ones around the same age?
Maybe. I think they were 7th edition.
I think there's like some kind of utility tool out there that shows where every kit was released, but I can never find it when I need it. So...
Is it Battle for Skull Pass?
Skull Pass? Wow.
Yeah.
That was really... That was what, 6th or 7th, right? I can't remember now.
Box set. Look. Yeah, it was the Battle for Skull Pass. Yeah. Because you got the spiders, because the spiders are the same as well.
Really? But the spiders are so awesome.
Yeah, it's only the troll that's different. But you got the netters, the stabbers, and the spiders in that set for Gits.
Wow.
With a shaman.
With the current Madcap shaman?
No, that's a metal one that they show on the app. But
okay. Well,
2006 was Battle for Skull Pass.
Jeez.
So that's 14 years? No,
16 years.
16 years.
Yeah. Dang. So it could be driving right now, those models.
So not as old as the Skaven range, but yeah, they're old.
They could be driving in the U.S. and Canada.
Yeah,
That's wild. What about the daughters one? Do you know?
I'm gonna look.
Okay. And while you look, yeah. So that's the problem, though. Whereas, like, I want to paint things that like I need more.
Oh,
But
2013 was the Daughter King.
okay.
So
Oh,
later.
That's
So,
8th edition.
yeah, so that's only 10 years next year.
Whoa, that's like near the end of 8th edition, or not? Maybe
Yeah.
not near the end, but maybe in the middle. Wow. Okay, so they are. I mean, that makes sense though, because the daughters' sculpts are amazing looking.
Yeah.
Like the actual witch elf and Sisters of Slaughter models, they look fantastic. So that's.
Oh yeah, they still look good now.
I think the goblin ones need, they need something, but
They're very
like,
basic.
but considering they just got like an entire line refresh almost.
They are still better than the ones before those, which were the ones where their hands were the same size as their heads.
Oh
the
man.
Goblin Rangers.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, like I was complaining about Glade Guard before, and
Yeah.
and someone's like, do you remember seeing the old Glade Guard? And I was like, oh yeah. And I looked at them but yeah, their heads are like way too big, even in the or they're not current. They're out of print now, but like the.
Yeah, their bodies are tiny. They're giant feet, giant hands, giant heads.
Yeah.
But that was the same for a lot of things. I remember there was a while there was like dwarfs with the same thing. They had this like giant dwarf hands in comparison to the heads.
Well, I guess anything that was, or no, I guess the Glade Guard. What's that?
Do you remember the Hunchback Chaos Warriors that came out at one point?
Chaos.
They were
yeah, no neck.
And their head was like, they were like these hunchback looking, and their heads were nearly where their chests were, with giant up shoulders and back. They were so weird.
I remember the no neck Chaos Warriors.
Yeah, the new ones are so nice. Like a lot of the new Chaos stuff coming out.
Oh, and actually, that is news. There was pictures leaked of the Slaves to Darkness.
Yeah.
That new Chaos Lord. I forget what he's called, like Zelfin or
Elvicus or
something like Elviticus. That's what it is. Elviticus, the Chaos
Elvira,
Lord.
the Chaos.
Elvira. He's what a really cool sculpt. Eric was mentioning that the head on the horse is a little small.
Eternus, the blade of the First Prince.
Yeah. He's cool.
Yeah, it's a pretty beefy model.
It's a badass sculpt, and the War Scroll is really cool on it too.
Yeah, because a lot of people were pointing out it's kind of interesting because he had this thing where it's at the start of the hero phase, if he's within 1 inch of a friendly Chaos Legionnaires or Furies unit, he gets an additional command point. So it's kind of like, oh, cool, like good way of getting like Furies and Legionnaires in.
And I'm assuming Legionnaires are going to be Chaos Warriors, right? We don't know, but then, or like even if let's say it was like something so specific you didn't want it, okay, I'll just take some Furies, and then they can run around and grab objectives, and I can get a free command point. Like,
and his big thing was he has always strikes first if he charges, but the other one was at the end of your movement phase, if the unit has been slain, roll 2d6 and add 1 if Be'lakor is on
the battlefield.
It's in your army and on the battlefield.
Yeah.
And on I think it's an 8+. You can't see very well. You get to bring him back on with all his wounds, more than 9 inches from an enemy.
Like what?
But it also doesn't say the first time this unit has been slain. So it's just if this unit has been slain.
Oh, I thought there was flavor text or something that said this can only happen once per battle or something.
Not that I can see on his scroll.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, they might change that, but literally I just read it as it is on the scroll in front of me.
That would be gross.
Yeah. So he's a 9 wound, 3-up save, no ward save. So he's a very, you can bring him down. His attacks aren't ridiculous. Like he's got 5 attacks, 3-up, rend 2, 2 damage, and then a load of 1 damage attacks.
Yeah.
So he's kind of like, you can like kind of throw him in YOLO and against like try and clear a screen, try and kill a character or something, and then if he dies, it's like, okay, cool, I'll just bring him back.
Flaming Opie says, isn't there a general rule? I know there's a general rule against you can never reroll a reroll. I do not remember.
Because usually it says the first time he's dead, you can bring him back, but that one just doesn't have it at all. So Alex might know.
Alex would, yeah. Alex is our resident. He's our resident sitting judge.
And Matthias as well.
Matthias as well. But I noticed Matthias is playing Tabletop Simulator, so he might be doing a game of Age of Sigmar right now.
Probably. He's going to get his practice in.
Yeah.
He's got to beat Anthony Trentanelli, whatever his name is, to be best Gaben.
Yes.
Now he's playing Slanesh.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Yeah, so he's the guy who won. So Alex doesn't think that there is a general rule. Huh.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to know, and it might get FAQ'd, but usually I remember it saying it's usually the first time something's died, it gets to do that, and that one just says when it dies.
Well, and it might be because that's ostensibly the card from whatever box set he's going to come with, and then it might be just like, what do you call it? Like, it might be something that gets updated in the Battle Tome when he actually comes out. Because they added, in the Soulblight Battle Tome, for example, they have a lot of flavor text, or not flavor text, but like editor's notes in there. For some Battle Tomes, they're really good about that kind of thing. But maybe they designed it that way, and maybe he just cost that many points, and also it'll sort of push you towards killing Bellicor, which you probably want to do anyway.
I kind of like the idea of that, because isn't there that rat guy for Soulblight Gravelords who can keep coming
Kritza.
back? Yeah.
The Rat Prince or whatever.
And he's not the first time. He just keeps coming.
Yeah, that's true. But he's like a little dinky model, and I mean, he's really cheap too. I think he's under 100 points.
Yeah.
I want to say he's like 85, 90 points.
Yeah, but this guy might be like 180, and then he's like a just a YOLO piece. You keep lobbing him in as long as Bellicor alive. And
so it's like 2d6 plus 1.
It's still so if it is an 8, you still need to get a 7 to get it.
Well, and 7 is like 7 or more is like 50% of them, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I think
because 6 is the average, isn't it?
I think no, 7 is the average for sure.
Okay.
Because you can get the most combinations, 6 and 1, 5 and etc. So, but
that makes sense because that's why Kragnos' thing's a 7 for him not to.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
And I've never rolled a 7, but I've never rolled above 4 mortal wounds.
I have. It's glorious when it happens.
Oh man, I'm going up though. I've been 1-1, 1-2, 1-4.
You seem to have a habit of rolling triple 2s.
No. In our game, it happens so many times. That's what I was saying. Like someone was saying, like you should, do this, that, and the other, and roar. And it's like it's so good with roar.
Hi, Alex.
Oh,
we're about to finish it anyway.
Thanks, Alex. Yeah, we're not going to be too much longer, but the like, oh man, that's so powerful. Like roar is overpowered or something like that to me. And I was like, it would be if I could roll a 3, but I can't. And it's not even a 1. It's always a 2. You know what I mean? Like to the point where I'm usually like, oh well.
Yeah, it's the slap in the face. It's the
don't you wish you had stomped instead of roared? But then when I go to stomp, what happens, Dale? Did I get a successful stomp off yesterday?
Maybe 1, but like when you did it, was like 1.
Yeah, that's right. It was squigs, and you were like, okay.
Yeah, there's a number of times like, I do 1 wound. It's like
there's 1 wound out of 72 remaining. You really hurt me there.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay, well, I think that's a good point to finish up on. My headphones are also beeping at me saying I'm
okay.
Back, so we should polish up soon.
You're getting signals from the mothership, so it's time to.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna have to go charge them before we go away.
Nice.
But anyway, that's the nice way to end out, knowing that what that model pretty much is.
And to mention, just before I forget, because I started off trying to say that the Chaos Warriors are getting a new multi-part kit, and
Yeah.
they look phenomenal.
Oh yeah, a lot of their range coming out looks great.
Yeah, yeah, those Chaos Warriors, it had me looking at Chaos Warriors for sure, or
Oh,
Slaves of
same
Darkness.
here. Yeah, and that's the good thing about Chaos as well is you can have such a diverse collection a lot of the time.
Yeah,
So and
and
there's some fantastic scopes and
I would
stuff.
100% play it with Be'lakor. Like he's my guy.
Mhm.
Archeon who? Be'lakor all the way. but but anyway, thanks to everyone for watching.
Yeah,
Will Dale will not be here next Tuesday.
potentially. Yeah,
Oh, probably.
there's a high
Yeah.
chance, which is why it might be good to get something on with Matthias.
We're
I'm
still.
going to be this time next week. I will be in Disney.
Yeah.
So I might be back from Disney, but I don't know how tired I'll be and stuff. So
Probably
it might be
quite
good to organize something.
any kind of traveling now. But
Yeah.
yeah, we'll definitely see you guys next time though. So someone will be
And
here
thank you
with
for
me.
watching, and thank you for those who joined in on the chat.
Absolutely, we really appreciate it. It's good to have some feedback and fun chat. But yeah, thanks to everyone for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.
Yeah.